What's up, world? It's your boy Drew Marcy here for How to Rap, and today's video is a clip from a full-length interview with none other than Brandman Sean. Now, this is long overdue. Brandman Sean is one of the premier music educators online. He's one of the most important voices, not only on YouTube, but all on the internet when it comes to becoming a full-time artist, and most specifically promoting, marketing, and building your brand as a musician. He's one of those people, if you like how to rap, you're definitely gonna like Brandman Sean. So I'm looking forward to dropping these interview clips, and this first clip is breaking down budgeting your career as an artist from a very small budget all the way to what the industry says you really need to monetize your music. So without further ado, we'll rock into the clip and then we'll come back for a review.
And then doubling down on the things that work. I keep it that simple at the baseline. Now, when we can get into specific budgets and things of that nature, like so many artists ask me, what number should I start off with? Because a lot of people know $150,000 is, well, at least especially if you've seen like my interviews with like Wendy Day or just a lot of people in the industry, that's a number that people use to say this is where you can get, this is a number that you need if you want to monetize your music. Understand that there's differences and there's nuances when these people are speaking. One, when people say monetize your music, right, they're referring to like 150K, that's getting your music to awareness, right? And then all the way to the point where you're doing tours and things like that on the back end, right? Of course, monetizing on Spotify and all that stuff, but the real monetization comes from the tours and the merch and things of that nature. And tours cost money up front. When people are on these late night TV shows and things like that, you actually are paying to travel, you're paying for your band, all that stuff costs money up front. That's why that number is bigger, and they're thinking about breaking on a more national scale or at least an upper regional scale. Now, when we just talk about an artist that's just trying to get something popping online, right? There's some better numbers when we can get into the 10Ks, the 20Ks and things like that. But if you're just starting off, you need probably $500, right? And with that $500, that's enough to start running some Facebook campaigns and learn about your audience, learn what's working and what's not. That's one of the first steps I feel like most people should take, just to give them a taste of it. You shouldn't expect to have great results in terms of, oh, now I can monetize and now I'm viral. That's the biggest problem that people mess up, or why people feel scammed or have a bad taste in a lot of cases. You have expectations that people aren't managing. They're selling you a dream. Sometimes people are actually doing what they're supposed to do with what they get from you, but they sell you a dream to get it, so it's still wrong. They sold you something that you shouldn't be expecting from the specific service. You can run in your own Facebook ads, though. You can reach out to some of these influencers if you have the time. But and that's the last thing I'll just say for money, because we can get specific if necessary, more specific than that. You are always trading money or time, right? Like, and that's it. Those are your two resources that you're gonna be spending like pretty much everything on, right? One, I don't have the money. Well, I need to spend this time to create some connections, right? Create some like crazy campaigns that can be viral and guerrilla and reach out to people individually. I need to spend that time, but no, I don't have that time. I'm busy. I have like a day job and I maybe have a kid or two. Then I need to figure out how to spend money. Well, maybe I don't have money and I don't have time. Well, you're going to likely figure out how to make more money, because as much as people make it seem like it's not, there's pretty much money in every single situation that you see blow up. And if it happens to blow up virally in a short period of time, there might be some organic viral nature to it. However, for it to be capitalized, for people to win, then they always have to get attached to money for it to sustain, and even for them to make their money back. Because if you blow up today, you get 1 million, 2 million followers tomorrow, what are you going to do? Do you have connections to booking and touring, right? Do you have any connections to some of these other places that are going to give you other types of visibility, building out PR? No, you don't. Well, then you probably have to figure out how to spend money on that. And next thing you know, your window has died. That's why people blow up quickly. And then if they do happen to capitalize on it, they have to sign a deal. They have no leverage because they know, hey, you got a window and you don't have a legit core fan base. So you've blown up. That's cool. And we're going to help you cap off of this, but we're going to get the biggest cap of the cap. So that's how I think about like money in general. My mind just can roll on days and days on that, but I'll stop right there so for you to guide it wherever you need to.
I wanted to go back to some of that 150, 15K, 500. In your experience, is that a suggested stair step, or have you found artists that are just like, well, I could put together 10K and then we stair step to 150? Like, what is the relationship between those numbers? That makes sense.
Are you saying like, all right, if you have 10K, you do a certain amount of things, and then now the next level is, all right, you just need to skip to 150? Are you asking about like that?
So if I'm a $500 artist, like, all right, I just watched the interview, I can do 500. I use it, and my goal is to ultimately get to 10K, and just that's all I'm thinking about. Where if I'm a 10K artist, is my goal immediately to do 150, go to 150, or you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I would go from 10 to 30 to 50, 70, 150. Yeah, like about that. Once you start getting into the 70s, above that, you really should be able to wait out and figure out how to get to 150, honestly, and just go full on. And this is the biggest thing. Save your money versus just throwing out this little bit tidbit here, this little bit tidbit here. You're better off as opposed to just spending $5 a day, which is a cool strategy on the back end, right? Like have that on one thing going, but I'm just saying if that's your entire budget, right? You're better off as opposed to just slowly dripping out and bringing that small awareness. Instead, like saving up $10,000 or $1,000, whatever that number is for you, building a strategy on it and actually launching.
All right, so that is the clip. We talked a lot about the 500 all the way to the 150K markers as far as your budget. We talked about making sure you understand that you're either trading time or money, and I look forward to breaking down even more topics in this interview. We're gonna be talking about Jay-Z. We're gonna be talking about a lot of big things in the industry and what you can learn as a full-time artist. So be sure to be subscribed with notifications for more clips from this interview, and we'll drop the full interview soon. And be sure to follow Brandman Sean. He's on Instagram. He also has a great coaching service, brandmannetwork.com. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.